Amelia, a London rose with a thirst for adventure. Amelia loved books. Dusty bookshops were her haven, old libraries her playground. She craved adventure, but London held her captive. Cobblestone streets and gaslight whispers couldn't satisfy her wanderlust. She longed for jungles and mountains, deserts and oceans, for places untouched by time. Her small flat overflowed with maps and trinkets. Each piece held the story of a journey never taken. Amelia dreamt of faraway lands, of following in the footsteps of great explorers. She devoured their journals, her imagination painting vivid pictures. One rainy afternoon, Amelia stumbled upon a hidden gem. Tucked away in a forgotten corner of a musty bookshop lay a leather-bound journal. Its pages, brittle with age, whispered of lost cities and forgotten treasures. The name El Dorado jumped out at her, igniting a fire in her heart. This was no ordinary journal. This was a map, a guide, a key to a world unknown. This was Amelia's ticket to adventure. The manuscript was written in a language Amelia didn't recognize. Intricate symbols and faded illustrations filled its pages. She spent weeks deciphering the strange script. Slowly, a tale unfolded before her eyes. It spoke of a hidden city deep within the Amazon rainforest. A city of gold and unimaginable riches. A city ruled by a king who adorned himself in gold dust. The city of El Dorado. The manuscript hinted at a secret path, a forgotten trail leading to the heart of the jungle. A trail Amelia was determined to find. She pored over the journal, memorizing every detail, every symbol, every stroke of the faded ink. The manuscript became her obsession, her guide, her passport to a world beyond her wildest dreams. Amelia knew she had to go. This was the adventure she craved. This was her chance to make her mark on the world, to discover something extraordinary. Leaving the familiar comforts of London was the hardest thing Amelia had ever done, but she was determined. She packed her bags with supplies, her heart with courage. The Amazon awaited. The journey was perilous. Steamy heat sapped her energy. Unfamiliar creatures lurked in the shadows. The jungle was a living labyrinth, threatening to swallow her whole. But Amelia pressed on, guided by the manuscript's cryptic clues. She navigated treacherous rivers. She faced down jaguars with eyes like burning coals. She befriended indigenous tribes who shared their wisdom. Each challenge tested her limits, pushing her to the brink, but she never gave up. The lure of El Dorado was too strong. After months of hardship, Amelia stumbled upon it. A clearing in the jungle, bathed in an ethereal light. Towers of shimmering gold rose from the emerald depths. Waterfalls cascaded down glistening walls. El Dorado, the city of gold. But something felt wrong. An unnatural silence hung over the city. The air was heavy, oppressive. The gold that seemed so radiant from afar now felt cold and lifeless. Amelia couldn't shake the feeling that she had stumbled into a trap. As she ventured deeper into the city, she realized it was deserted. No inhabitants, no signs of life, only an eerie stillness that sent shivers down her spine. The city was beautiful, undoubtedly, but it was a beauty that chilled the soul. A sense of foreboding gripped Amelia. The manuscript had led her to El Dorado, but it hadn't prepared her for this. This wasn't the city of vibrant life she'd imagined. This was a city of secrets, a city of shadows. Section 5, The Heart of the City, where emotions turned to stone. Following a path etched into the city walls, Amelia found herself in a vast plaza. In the center stood a towering statue of a man, his hand outstretched towards a large, pulsating amber stone. As she approached the statue, the air grew heavy, suffocating. She felt a strange pull towards the amber stone. As she drew closer, she saw faces trapped within its depths. Faces frozen in expressions of terror, anguish, and despair. Their emotions, she realized with a jolt, were being drained and trapped within the stone. Amelia understood then. El Dorado wasn't a city of gold. It was a city of stolen emotions. A gilded cage. The gold was nothing more than a byproduct of the city's true purpose, to trap souls and feed off their emotions. This realization sent a chill down Amelia's spine. She had stumbled upon a truth far more sinister than she could have imagined. A truth that filled her with a sense of dread and a burning desire to destroy this place. Section 6. The Guardian Awakens, the Battle for Souls. Suddenly, the ground began to tremble. The statue in the plaza shuddered, its eyes glowing with an eerie light. From its golden lips came a voice, ancient and powerful. The guardian of El Dorado was awake. "You dare trespass in my city," the voice boomed, echoing through the plaza. "You dare defy me?" The statue sprang to life, its golden form morphing into a terrifying warrior adorned in armor of obsidian and gold. Amelia knew she was outmatched, but she refused to back down. She'd come too far, seen too much. She drew strength from the faces trapped in the amber stone. Their silent pleas for help fueled her resolve. She wouldn't let this city claim another victim. She would fight for their freedom, for her own, even if it meant facing down a god. Section 7, a desperate escape, fleeing the clutches of El Dorado. The battle was fierce. The Guardian, fueled by the stolen emotions of countless souls, was a whirlwind of obsidian and gold. Amelia, armed with her wits and a newfound determination, dodged his attacks, searching for a weakness. She remembered the faces trapped in the amber stone. Their emotions were the source of the Guardian's power. If she could free them, she could defeat him. But how? As the Guardian lunged at her, Amelia noticed a faint glow emanating from the inscription on his armor. It was the same script from the manuscript. Reading the inscription aloud, she felt a surge of energy coursing through her. The air crackled. The amber stone pulsed. The inscription was a binding spell, keeping the souls trapped. By speaking the words, Amelia had inadvertently weakened the spell. Now was her chance. Section 8. London's familiar embrace, a changed woman. Amelia fled the plaza, the Guardian hot on her heels. She raced through the deserted streets, the ground shaking with each of his thunderous steps. As she ran, she could hear the anguished cries of the trapped souls, their voices growing stronger, their prison weakening. She had to escape. She had to tell the world about El Dorado, about its true nature. Someone had to remember. Someone had to ensure this never happened again. Following the path from the manuscript, Amelia found her way back to the jungle's edge. With one last glance at the city of shadows, she plunged into the green depths, the cries of the freed souls echoing in her ears. Returning to London, Amelia was a changed woman. The bookish girl who craved adventure had faced her fears and emerged stronger, forever marked by the shadows of El Dorado. Section 9. Scars of the jungle, whispers of ancient power. Her flat, once a haven of dreams, now felt suffocating. The familiar streets seemed dull compared to the vibrant chaos of the rainforest. The whispers of El Dorado followed her, a constant reminder of the city's seductive beauty and terrifying power. The scars on her body ached, a physical manifestation of the ordeal she had endured. But it was the unseen scars that ran deeper. The memory of the trapped souls, their silent pleas for help, haunted her dreams. Amelia knew she couldn't stay in London. The world was vast, filled with wonders yet to be discovered, secrets waiting to be unearthed. The call of adventure, once a whisper, now roared in her ears, louder than ever. She had tasted the unknown, felt the thrill of discovery, and stared into the abyss of ancient power. El Dorado had changed her, molding her into something stronger, something more. Section 10. The world unveiled, a new quest begins. She delved back into her collection of maps and journals, her fingers tracing the lines of unexplored territories, her eyes seeking out blank spaces on the parchment. The world was a tapestry of mysteries, and she, a humble explorer, was ready to unravel its secrets. The Himalayas, with their snow-capped peaks and hidden monasteries, beckoned. The Sahara, a vast ocean of sand and secrets, whispered promises of ancient civilizations and lost oases. The Amazon, despite its darkness, still held a strange allure, a siren song of the unknown. Amelia knew that El Dorado was just the beginning. It was a trial by fire, a baptism into a world far larger and more dangerous than she could have ever imagined. It had tested her limits and revealed a strength within her she never knew she possessed. Now, armed with experience and a thirst for knowledge that burned brighter than ever, she was ready to face whatever challenges awaited her. The world was her classroom, and she, a student eager to learn its secrets. Section 11, the legacy of El Dorado, a reminder and a promise. The memory of El Dorado, however, would never truly leave her. It served as a reminder of the fragility of humanity, the seductive nature of power, and the importance of fighting for what's right. It was a lesson etched in sorrow and courage, a story she vowed to carry with her. Amelia knew that her journey was far from over. El Dorado was just one chapter in a story that was still being written, a story of adventure, discovery, and the enduring spirit of exploration that burned brightly within her soul. As she prepared for her next expedition, her eyes sparkled with the thrill of the unknown. The world awaited, and Amelia, forever changed by her encounter with El Dorado, was ready to meet its gaze. The legacy of the City of Gold lived on, not in its stolen treasures, but in the heart of a young woman who had dared to dream of something more.